We leave the theater before the event finishes. Damn. God damn it, we put so much effort into that, into selling tickets, only to kind of bomb on stage. Although it's largely apparently due to nerves. I still think there might be more behind it though. Sure, Kirari probably was nervous, but I feel like that's not the only reason why she just felt sad or couldn't perform on stage. Like she lost her voice. We're heading to the hotel in the rain. We find the hotel in the guidebook since we can't sleep in a tent in the rain. It's far from the city, and there's nothing on either side of the street. The atmosphere in the car is heavy. Kirari's not crying anymore, but she's still looking down and doesn't say anything. Kashiwara looks worried, but can't say anything to her. Chie just keeps driving, and I don't have anything to say. Suddenly, the car slows down and stops. For a moment, I think we've arrived at the hotel, but we're still on the street. There are some houses and empty lots on both sides of the street. Oh no fucking way. Car troubles. Chie scratches her head after she tries to turn the ignition a few times. What's wrong? Damn. It's like everything is going against us now, motherfuckers. Shitty timing. Should we call someone? Oh man. Chie crosses her arms. I hear Kashiwara sigh in the back seat. The rain dropping on the roof of the wagon sounds much louder now that the engine has stopped. Chie keeps turning the key, but nothing happens. I don't know how much it'll cost us to fix this, but I'm sure it'll use up whatever we have left. We won't be able to continue the tour anymore. Damn it. I kinda had high hopes for this, and it kinda just turned out to be somewhat of a disaster. The disaster back there will be our will that disaster back there be our first and last gig? I almost sigh. Shh, Kirari, it's not your fault. I don't know what it is exactly, but whatever, you know? If one of our band members fail, we all fail. That's how we should look at it, right? It's all of us together. I don't have to turn to see who said that. It was Kirari. Oh, Kirari. Then she wasn't able to think anything else. Kirari starts sobbing. I see Kashiwara holding Kirari in the rearview mirror. Shouldn't think like that. Chie sounds cheerful, trying not to look at Kirari. Exactly, we all agreed with you in that decision, right? It wasn't only you, everybody else agreed with it. So, it's not due to her selfishness. She exhales once and continues. Kirari looks scared and won't say anything. Shh, Kirari, please don't say that. Kirari just mumbles in a small voice. Chie looks troubled and looks forward again. I let out my sigh. Chie is thinking. I suppose she's thinking about how she can cheer Kirari up. The air conditioning stopped with the engine, and the temperature in the car is rising. It's humid. I feel like I can't breathe with this heavy atmosphere and all. I'm not wearing girls' clothes anymore. I threw my wig and bra away on the stage. We got rid of all of that. That was still the weirdest part of me. It's not necessarily that Kirari, like, you know, she felt guilty and she got nervous and then she walked off stage together with Kashiwara. That's not the weirdest part. The weirdest part is that we just decided to reveal ourselves as a guy, just start getting naked and throw our girl costume away, you know. They're like, oh fuck this shit, fuck all of you. I'm wearing a t-shirt and sneakers now. I rub my eyes and notice I still have mascara on. I realize I forgot to wash my face after the gig. I remember how I hate to deal with things like this. I'm suffocating. I look out the window. Being in the rain seemed like a good idea to me, so I open the door and get out on the street. Wash my face here. The rain gets in my hair. You know, it's just a natural water, natural face wash. It'll be fine. Natural shower. I'm scooping raindrops from my palm. Then I feel everybody's looking at me strangely. I'm embarrassed that I just did something like this abruptly. I just felt a little humid. Yeah, just trying to cool off, you know? Then I wash my face with the raindrops in my hand. It's awful to be sitting in a car like that. Chie says something, but I can't hear her. I'm really tired. Then I see a frog swimming in front of me as I sigh. I wanted to catch it to make everyone laugh, so I stepped forward. Wow! Oh shit! The open lot is full of soft mud. I step right into it and fall down. I feel dirt coming down on my head.
大丈夫ですか?
I don't know, what the fuck? Sure. It feels nice and cool. Yeah, it's nice to lay in the muddy pool of rainwater. I sit on my butt in the dirt and don't admit to it.
気持ちいいって割には声が上ずってるよ。
Shut up. I said it feels good, so it really feels good, okay? The mud on my head is coming down with rain, so I wipe it, but my hands are covered with mud as well, so it doesn't mean anything. We're just applying more mud.
ほら、変なことしてないで車に戻りなよ。
Chie sounds worried. I have to wash the mud off.
風邪ひくよ。
No, I won't. I got a strong immune system. I don't want to go back to the car when everybody is so down. And I remember a long time ago, I used to go outside when something happened at home. It felt really good when it was raining outside. I feel good to see my clothes get wet with rain. So I haven't grown up much. There's a way of coping. Oh my god, our parents are fighting. I'm gonna run away outside in the rain. I pick up a lump of mud and see it fall through between my fingers. I turn around to go back to the car and notice Kirari looking at me with red eyes. She's still crying, and she looks worried about me. I don't like it. I open the backseat door. Kirari. I call her and reach my hand out to her. Kirari's just looking at me in puzzlement. Come, girl. We'll do this together, okay? Your hand. She doesn't get it. I have to say it again to get her hand to reach out to me. I grab her hand and pull her out of the car. She doesn't hesitate at all, so we both fall into the mud together. Oh! Oops. Oh, that looks so sad! Poor Kirari, she's got like tears filled in her eyes. She just fell into a puddle of water, mud everywhere. Oh, I feel so sad. Kirari's in shock and can't say anything. She gets up and can't stand up from there. It's kind of like it feels like we dragged her out of the car and just into the mud like, hup, there you go. I stand up before Kirari. Don't cry, stupid. She is scared of me and looks at my eyes. I'm so upset with you. The only one who is blaming you is you. You should know that. It's so stupid. We're a team, aren't we? Our band isn't happening if Kirari's vocal isn't there. She's the one who gets the most compliments no matter where we go. And that's why we came this far. Yes, a team together. Yeah, a team. It's selfish to blame it all on yourself. We should define all the happy times and sad times. And... Kirari starts to cry, shaking her shoulders. Oh no, when I'm making a really good speech too. Kirari, you're ruining my speech by crying. How dare you? Whoa, hey! I'm surprised at how hard Kirari cries, poor girl. It almost sounds like she's yelling. Whoa! God, did Chie hit me? Ah, fuck! I feel a mysterious shock on my back, and I'm pushed into the mud face first. I'm confused now that I don't know what's happening, and I stand coughing. Then I see Chie standing in the mud, glaring at me. I see. Chie kicked me. Chie looks really upset. Oh god, it feels like this was somehow a strange, weird attempt at trying to make Kirari feel better, but it had the opposite effect. It really looks like we made things worse. Like, look at this face. This is not the face of a person who feels happier or better and not sad anymore. Well, I'm just telling her about how important teamwork is and being in touch with nature. Chie rejects my explanation.
Kirari, 大丈夫? 怪我はない?
Chie asks Kirari, who's still sitting on her butt.
違うの! 違うから! 泣いたのは違うの!
Kirari's talking as she clings onto Chie.
だって、シカ君が私に仲間だって言ってくれたんだよ!
That's why you're crying, really? Kirari's face is covered with rain as she looks up. Chie looks confused.
そうか。Shikanosukeみたいなおかしいやつに仲間って言われて怖かったのね。だから泣いたんだね。
I'm crazy. I think she's actually like happy, you know? Strange enough. What kind of explanation is that? I complained to Chie.
だってそうとしか考えられないでしょ?
Chie acts calm. You're so crooked, Chie. She's crying because she's deeply moved by our friendship. Right, Shiino? Shiino is smiling now, but doesn't seem to answer me. She keeps smiling and listens to us talking.
ほら、なんとも言わない。私が合ってるのよ。
Whatever. Fine. Let's go back to the car. It's cold. We might catch a cold. I tried to go back to the car, but everybody, including Kashiwara, is out of the car now. So I feel bad about going back to the car myself. Uh-oh. We don't want Kashiwara to get sick. That's like her top priority, stay healthy. Kashiwara steps into the mud.
Kira-chan.
Aww. But this is kind of an awesome team bonding moment, right? We're all just like, yeah, we feel defeated right now, but if we can come out of this stronger, then that's a good thing. We're all just standing here in the mud, feeling like, fuck, that sucks so much, but we can bounce back, right, ladies? Aww. Kirari pulls her muddy hand back for a second, but Kashiwara grabs her and pulls her up from the mud. Kashiwara's expensive clothes are covered in mud now.
そんなの今さら言われないと気がつけないなんて遅すぎるよ。
Kashiwara is calm, but her expression is very serious. It's different than how she usually is. She looks at Kirari.
ね、私思うんだけど、もっと私とかみんなのことを信じてほしいんだ。
Kirari looks sad and tries to look down, but Kashiwara puts her hands on her shoulders so she can't look down. Kirari looks at Kashiwara and tightens her
お願い、
lips.
分かって。キラちゃんは一人じゃないんだよ。みんなあなたのこと大好きなんだよ。
Yes. We're all in this together. Kirari looks down. The rain runs down on her face, from her nose to her chin, and drips off. Oh man. The rain continues. The car is still not moving. This is the worst situation we can think of, but we see a garage on the other side of the street. I run to the garage to see if someone is using it, but there's no evidence of people using this place. I think we can stay here to get out of the rain. We decide to evacuate to the garage, but we can't leave our car in the middle of the street like this. We have to push the car to the garage. Oh man. Chie is sitting on the driver's seat, and the rest of us push the car. This is kind of a moving image, right? It's just so sad. Like, it's the worst weather we've experienced so far on this tour, but like we're still working hard, trying hard, working together, pushing that van, the car forward. It kind of feels like everything sort of went downhill really quickly, right? It looked like so bright. Looked like we had a bright future. Sure, it was because we were riding the coattails of Star Generation, and like ever since we decided to not do that, we've been. It all turned around, right? It sort of feels like we've had bad luck or something, but I actually just feel like this is the normal indie band experience if you aren't known, right? And this is kind of what we wanted when we decided not to count on our connections with Star Generation as much. So this is the normal experience, I feel, or at least the average experience. This is kind of what we asked for, and it's not an easy thing. doing this as a band, touring around where you're not known, trying to find gigs left and right wherever we can, you know, selling the tickets as we did before, selling the CDs. This is all part of it, and it's all a struggle, but if you make it, it'll all be worth it in the end, right?
Kashi, 大丈夫? 変わろうか?
Chie keeps asking her.
大丈夫です。ハンドルお願いします。
Kashiwara keeps answering in pouring rain. You don't have to try too hard. I whispered to
いいん
her.
です。私、こういうことしてみたかったんです。
Kashiwara won't listen to me. Something like this?
なんだか、今の私たち、すごく青春っぽくないですか？スタンドバイミーみたい。
I have not seen that movie, but I kinda know what you mean, right? Just the recklessness of youth, right? She seems happy. I worry if she's okay with being rained on and doing heavy labor. She looks healthier than usual, for sure. Hey, what? My cheek is red? Kirari laughs at me pushing the car. That's where I hit the mud when Chie kicked me from behind. It's good that it's red. It won't go away if it's blue. Aww. Kirari looks happy. I don't know what you're talking about. Look, the car is stopping. You gotta push harder. I tried pushing the car harder too. We push the car next to the garage and sneak inside through the broken garage shutter. I think it's a garage, but it could have been something like an auto body shop. The inside is empty. I imagine maybe we might meet a homeless guy or something, but there is nobody here. Maybe it's because this place is far from any train station. We heard Osaka's a dangerous city, but there's nothing to indicate that in this garage, so we decide to stay. We start a bonfire for warmth and light. We find charcoal and some firewood in the outdoor equipment we borrowed from Murakami, so we're able to start a stable fire. We dry our clothes and warmed our canned coffee with the fire. Kirari is warming the sweet roll she bought by the fire. Is it any good? I taste her sweet roll. It's a little bit burned on the outside and warm on the inside. It reminds me of my childhood. Our bodies are cold from being in the rain, but her sweet roll warms me up. This kind of feels like we've been camping or something, right? Sitting by the fire. We find more food and snacks while discussing about what to do after this. The most important issue is to have the car fixed. The sun is long gone. Maybe they'll still come at night, but they may charge us more. We should wait until morning and call for help. Nobody knows how much it might cost to fix this. We have no idea how to pay for it if the cost is more than we expect it to be. We feel bad all over again.
帰る前に気分転換したいな。変なマネージャーにはバカにされて、ライブはうまくいかなくて、雨にまで降られて、車まで壊れて。このまま帰るなんて私納得できないよ。ストリートライブでいいから、もっとスッキリとした形でライブしてから帰りたい。
I do agree. We need like a positive experience just to sort of turn things around, right? We've been on this downward spiral. Feels like it's been going to shit. We just need something positive to turn it around.
そうですね。
Kashiwara agrees. Her eyes are reflecting the light of the bonfire. Then maybe the same thing is happening to Chie, Kirari, and me. I'm sure Kashiwara doesn't want to go home like this. Her intention to make the best out of this tour is probably stronger than ours, since she went through a lot to come to the tour with us. Kirari is not saying anything, she's just listening to us, but I'm sure she's still feeling guilty, and she doesn't want to go home either. How about working on the new single? I have a good feeling about writing a great song right now.
そうだね。膝寄せ合って暗い話ばっかりしてても仕方ないし。
I mean, if anything, right, that's something we can sort of get out of this shitty situation as well. If anything, what we've just gone through is great motivation to write a song, right? Then Chie stands up.
今からちょっとやるか。そうですね。なかなかこんな状況はないです。
This just kind of feels cozy. All four of us just sitting by a fire, drying our clothes, working together on a song. Kashiwara also stands up.
私、ちょっとアイデアがあるかも。
Kirari seems to be feeling better, so we work on the new single and jam until dawn together. We call a roadside assistance service in the morning, and a worker comes right away. We explain how we end up in this place to the worker. He's surprised and feels bad for us. He even cheers us up. I think we feel much better to hear that from him, even if he doesn't mean it. The problem is something easy to fix, so it doesn't take much time, and the cost is actually less than what we expected. On top of that, we also tell him about the strange noise when we speed up on the freeway. He finds the problem easily and fixes it as well. Damn. Not only did he fix the problem that caused it to break down, but he actually improved it, right? He made it better. Maybe it happened for the better, we think. The rain stops by noon. The sun comes out and vaporizes all the rain from the night before and changes it into humidity. We find a working water faucet in the back of the garage and we wash our bodies taking turns. I feel uneasy when I imagine a girl washing her body outside, under the sun. The rest of the girls are looking at me, so I can't do anything. Not that I'm planning on doing something. Oh, you totally were. Maybe you weren't planning something, but you were thinking about planning something. Other than going out to buy some food, we stay there and work on the new single. We don't have much sleep, but nobody's complaining about it.
こういう倉庫みたいな場所で作ったらガレージロックっぽい曲になっちゃうかな。
It kind of does feel like this is sort of our temporary home for now. Chie jokes, wiping her sweat on her neck.
ここのリフはもう一度考え直しませんか？詩のイメージと比べるとどうも違和感があるんです。
Kashiwara suggests in earnest. Kirari is saying the same phrase over and over again, changing a little bit each time. She's so into it, she doesn't seem to care about the weird movements she's making. I almost burn my fingers as I keep playing my Fender bass under the sun. We head back to the city of Osaka next day. We need to take a shower and do some laundry and other civilized activities. The day after is the day that we are planning to play on the street. It is our first performance since that disaster. Nobody said anything, but we're all nervous. Other than that, I didn't have to wear girls' clothes for the past 2 days. Yes, that feels like a victory. So it feels strange again to dress like a girl. Oh, we're back in it again, of course. I think I like wearing men's clothes. Yeah, I mean, of course. We eat and burn some CDs, and it's already afternoon when we finish all the preparations. It's the hottest time of the day. We're moving our instruments out of the car, covered in sweat. We chose the same place again. We get the instruments out and place the new signboard and a can to put tips in. We don't forget to put 1,000 yen bill already so that people will follow when they tip. There's a technique to put a change in the tip can so that it's easier for other people to follow, so they know what the deal is. Otherwise they might think like, huh, what is this empty can doing here? Somebody should throw this away. A girl who's working in a clothing store in front of the park waves her hand at us, and Chie waves back. We got to know each other since we performed here, and she gave us juice once. Oh, she's a nice girl. Chie bought a t-shirt at her store in return, and she's wearing that t-shirt. I can tell Kirari is doing well as soon as we start playing. I guess the bad memory from the previous gig had been completely erased from her head. Our band always does better when Kirari is doing well. I mean, she's the lead star, right? She's the star of our band. Of course she's gotta do well. The street performance is not just for fun. This area is very crowded with young people, and the street is busy, so it may seem like they'll like us easily. But the street is made for walking, and it's not for playing music. The police comes over sometimes, and we have to watch out for our volume of the music. Most of the people are just walking by and give us a bad look. So the street is like an out game for us. But isn't it a great effort to win an out game in sports? It's so special. It makes people stop and listen to us, and have them clap for our music on the street, or you get beaten up by the home team. even if we don't get paid doing that. As I recall, Tonya took us to the supermarket for our first performance. Oh yeah, I still remember that. We aren't so big to forget about our first intentions, but playing on the street reminds me of the first time. That sure was something. We're happy to display a phrase, and our hearts are pounding just to think people are listening to our music. Now I see why Yagihara-san said it's better to be amateurs than to be in a band. Our first show in front of the supermarket just scared everybody with our noise, but we can't just do that now. We start out slow, but then we become bolder as we feel like we're doing well. Maybe it's because we've been playing at the same place a few times, but we definitely have more people stop and listen to us. Some people even buy the cheap CDs we made. I wish we'd get more tips, but oh well, can't win them all. This is enough to be on tour, isn't it? I smile at Chie. Kirari turns around instead, so Chie and I nod. Sure. Kinda feels like a struggle, but that's part of it, right? You don't expect it to be all sunshine and rainbows. We take a few breaks in between and play until we tire ourselves out. It's dark outside. The night in the big city is just starting, and I'm sure we should play longer, but we're so tired, and we need to practice on our new single too. Maybe it's not that we need to, but more so that we want to. The girls start talking about what they want to try with our new song with a smile. Playing on the street might have given them some inspiration, but they sure have lots of energy. Then I think to myself that it's not normal for girls their age to be able to do gigs and work on songs while not being able to take showers every day and living almost like a homeless. I clean up after the gig listening to them talk, half impressed and half amazed. Then someone comes up to us. Oh hey, that's her. Yeah, sorry we messed up a gig last time. A lady wearing sexy clothes is standing there. It's Tomo-san, who's the part-time booking manager when we had a disaster. Do you really like that, huh? Do you like me in girls' clothes? We're sorry about the other day. I ignore her comment about me, and she waves her hand. Cause probably the only person that had a phone threw theirs out on the way here. Right, Kashiwara? She asked Shine. Oh, we didn't even check? I mean, we were so into our music, right? We just didn't even notice. Chie apologizes, looking at her cell phone. We wish. No, it's not like that. I explain. We're making a comeback. Tomo-san nods, being impressed. An offer? Tomo-san says one of the staff told her that there are bands that's close to Star Generation and that's becoming popular on the internet lately, or that we are. You didn't know? She complains, but we're not that impudent to tell everybody that we know Star Generation. Yeah, that's the thing we're, as of late at least, trying to avoid. But Tomo-san says she could have used it for more publicity if she knew. I guess she has a point, but then the same thing would have happened and we would have kind of embarrassed ourselves in front of more people. So in hindsight, it's actually kind of worked out in our favor that didn't happen, that we didn't tell her. Oh yeah, computers are so hard, right? And she asks us if we are interested. She means the good offer she's talking about. She's playing at the same theater this weekend as one of the band members and wants us to play with them. What? You want us to play with you? It's not just her, but the real booking manager called her from her sickbed to tell her that. I guess the bookie already knows about the gig a few days ago. Really? We're too scared. We haven't checked the internet since then.
あれはあれで面白がられてたみたいやで。
Seriously? I mean, I revealed myself, right?
脱いだの損じゃなかったね。
Chie smiles. But the owner Nagoya will be upset if he finds out. Everybody knows I'm a man now.
まあそれはそれで仕方ないよ。不可抗力だったんだ。
Hey, at least I revealed my true, you know, maleness in style. Chie laughs.
急な話で申し訳ないんやけど、どないやろか。スタジャネの知り合いやっちゅうだけで誘ってるわけやない。バンドとして面白そうやから誘っとるんやで。
We look at each other.
やります。
We answer in unison. I mean, any opportunity, we gotta take it, right? I wake up to a metallic sound. I find my familiar deformed bass by my side. We practiced until we dropped last night, and we fell asleep like that. I think I spread a blanket on the ground, but my body is hardly on the blanket, and my clothes are dirty. I touch my face to find mud on my cheeks. I find Chie and Kirari sleeping right by my side, like they collapsed on the spot. Thanks to this hot weather, they're not wearing much, and showing their legs and arms. Ooh, lady legs and arms. I must be sexually frustrated to notice things like that. They should be thankful for me being a gentleman. If I was someone like Murakami, then they'd be sorry. What do you mean they'd be sorry? What, you would have taken advantage of them? Dude, that's what any other normal person does, okay? They don't need to be thankful that, yo, you're such a gentleman for not pouncing on them right now. That's to be expected, dude. Thank God, too. I'm still half asleep, but I have to follow that metallic noise coming from outside. And besides, I don't think Murakami would be like that either. Hey, I find Kashiwara sitting on the abandoned logs, practicing the guitar part of the new single. Aww, look at her, just sitting on like an abandoned wheel there, tire. This is the band life, baby. We're like a junkyard, right? Oh man. Her white towel and shirt are swaying in the wind on the rope we hung as a clothesline. She's practicing after she hung up the laundry. I don't see any lingerie on the clothesline. Where do they hang them? They have a special separate clothesline in a place where we can't see it, so we don't look at the panties. Good morning. How are you feeling? They're being careful during the street gigs, but she's been complaining about a little fever she's been having since we were rained on.
おはようございます。もう全然平気です。
Oh, that's good to hear. It's good to hear, because that's your one goal, right? Remain healthy? Hell, if it's even possible, become more healthier than before? Kashiwara looks up to me. That's good then. You're up so early.
寝てられなくて。
I'm sure you must have felt scared to sleep in a place like this.
そうじゃないんです。なんだかワクワクして。
Excited? Excited for what? Really?
ええ、私、こんな風に他人と一緒に一つのことを頑張ったのって初めてなんです。
Aww. That's great. Maybe you'll be healthier if you keep playing in a band. They say fancy may kill or cure.
そうですね。
Kashiwara smiles back at me.
こういう青い空の下でのんびりギターを弾いていると、
You have a trouble you worry about?
それくらい私にだってあります。
Of course, everyone does. Everyone does. Even the richest, supposedly most happy person in the world probably has at least one worry on their mind. But her smile is so happy. It doesn't seem like she's worrying about anything. Her smile startles me, and I'm feeling guilty for no reason.
そうだ。話は変わりますけど、ちょっといいですか？
To what? Sure? What?
ここなんですけど。
Oh, about music. Oh, okay. I thought we were getting, you know, somewhere deep. Kashiwara plays the phrase on her
今
guitar.
は実際に使う音とは違ってて、ちょっとわかりにくいかもしれないですけど。
Oh, she's trying to improvise. She's trying to improve. It doesn't matter as long as you play it with your heart. Don't you think? Wow, we could have at least listened to it, you know? Kashiwara tilts her neck. I want to give her technical advice, but I don't know any. Don't push it too hard. You might break your fingers. Is that actually possible? Breaking your fingers while playing guitar? I don't know. I feel like you can get like your fingers can get really rough, right? Because it kind of like keeping your finger on the strings, constantly strumming it, blah blah blah. Sure, that hurts, but as it was mentioned as well, right? Over time, you just sort of your skin becomes thicker, sort of grow calluses and shit. So yeah, your finger become more resistant against it. But I've never heard of anybody breaking their fingers just while playing the guitar. Sounds a bit extreme. She keeps working on the same phrase. I watch my face at the back of the garage where the water faucet is. I wash my hair too. It feels refreshing to be taking a cold shower on a hot, humid summer day. I see the Osaka plain in front of me. The wind is blowing through my hair, and I enjoy it. Then I remember I forgot to bring a towel with me. Oh, I'm naked. I shake my head to dry dry water off of me, like how dogs do. Chie and Kirari showed up. Uh-oh. Good morning. Don't look at me naked. Keep your eyes at head level, girls. Kirari is smiling.
どうしたの？朝っぱらから一人で汗だくになってヘッドバンキングなんて。
That's not what I'm doing. Chie doesn't think I'm just drying off. Well, I guess the ray of sun urged me to rock. I'll let her think that though.
はいはい、すごいわね。
I'll like praise the sun, and then we started headbanging. Chie is amazed. She has a toothbrush and a cup. Kirari's lathering the soap on her hand already. I thought we were naked, but I guess we just put on clothes fast enough. We hear Kashiwara's guitar far away. There are no clouds in the blue sky. What do you mean? I can count like 3, 4 right there. If you can count the tiny ones. It's so peaceful, I could cry. We decide not to play on the street today and finish the new single.
これが本当のガレージロックだね。
Chie is making the same joke again, but our music is totally not garage
やっ
rock.
ぱりここのリフは練り直さないと詩の雰囲気が。
Kashiwara is still not satisfied. Kirari is dancing and singing, but her dance is too avant-garde. It's like a satanic mass. Whoa, Kirari, calm down, okay? This new single we've been working on is slightly different than what we used to play so far. When we worked on the last single, we had the school festival in mind, so we tried to come up with what this crowd would like. But this single started as a memento of our tour, so it's more like music for ourselves. We jammed together and tried to express what we feel like lately, and what we want to try in the
こういう
lyrics.
作り方は楽しいね。これが創作の楽しみってやつなのかな。
Isn't that usually how most songs are probably like created, right? You know, from personal experience, and then you just, I don't know, you gain inspiration from that. Chie is happy. Maybe she's right. We add our own feelings, sense of humor, and something surprising in the music, and it's starting to be a song. We have more technique and knowledge about music than last time, and we have more frustration because of that. But it's still interesting.
後でこの曲を歌ったらさ、この倉庫の光の加減とか、ワゴンの中の匂いとか、あとみんなの汗だくで真剣な顔が思い浮かぶような、そんな曲にしたいよね。
Kirari's eating a rice ball as a snack. I decide to take a break. I've been playing the bass since this morning. My body feels lighter suddenly when I take the bass off of my shoulder. Whew. I exhale and lay on the ground.
そんなところに横になると汚れちゃうよ。
I'm already dirty. Chie worries. I don't care. I want to lie on the ground. I see her laughing at me from the corner of my eye. A fresh breeze comes in from somewhere and cools my skin. I can feel a fresh breeze in a hot, humid place like this? I feel really fulfilled. That's all you need during a hot summer day, you know, just a cold breeze. We work on it all day, and we finish it by evening. we decide to take a little break until tomorrow's gig, since we're so tired from playing on the street day after day. We move to the city area and eat food, take a bath, and perform other civilized activities to refresh ourselves, to feel human again, and then we come back to the uncivilized garage and chat about nothing. I fall asleep at some point.